What's going on, guys? Gold NZ here. I haven't filmed a video in a long time, but I took a break from detecting. I've been detecting a lot recently. Found a lot of cool things like some old British shillings, New Zealand florins, rings, all that type of stuff. And at a new spot I've never tried before, so I'm just testing my luck under this nice old tree, and instantly got a nice signal with the Vanquish 440. Ordered the 560 Pro Pack, so when that comes we'll be able to test that out, do some nice night hunts. But just testing this spot out for a couple hours, and if there's nothing here then I'll move on to a spot where I know there will be heaps of stuff. So let's dig the signal up and see what it is. Dug it up and the soil's nice and moist as we had some storms come in. The ground's been so dry for so long, so I'm so excited to get out and detect. But that was just what seems to be maybe what goes into like some headphones or something. But I'll bring you back on the first decent target. This signal was ringing up really high, so I was really hopeful for it, but it was just an old Kathmandu little combination lock. That's pretty cool nonetheless. Nice orange color, couldn't have been lost too long ago, but yeah, I'll take it. This was a solid 25-26 and managed to get it out. The soil was pretty clay and it's pretty brown, some green on that side, so I'm guessing it's a halfpenny, but I'm not sure. It seems a bit odd for a halfpenny. Yeah, there's the date there, unless it's a Roo halfpenny maybe? My first Roo halfpenny? I'll have to clean that up and get back to you. And would you look at that, I don't have my brush with me, so I did the best I could. Didn't clean that side, but looks like a 1951 Australian Roo halfpenny. It's my first Roo halfpenny. I've got plenty of Commonwealth pennies and halfpennies, but I've got 2 Australian Roo pennies and now my first Roo halfpenny. Wow, that's exciting. Wasn't sure if I was going to find much from this spot, but yeah, there's definitely stuff here. Just got to look for it. Sweet, I'll keep going. I had a 21, solid 21 just a foot behind me, and it was a 1 cent, so I thought this was going to be another 1 cent as it was a solid 21, but $1. I'll take that. Nice solid 22 signal, and pop a $2 coin. Sweet, it's up to $3 now. This one was ringing up real high and sloppy, you know, jumping in the 30s, so I thought it was just going to be a can, you know, but that will explain it. Nice old rusty guard lock, but I'll take it over a can. This is a good signal. 24, 25, 26, maybe 27. Pretty far down, 3-4 bars, so hopefully it's something good. Yep, as expected. 2 cent piece. I always ring up so nice and high, but you know, gotta dig at least 20 of these every hunt. Been here for a while, found $1, and now I found 2 more dollars. So I think that brings our total up to $6 maybe, but there's just been so many 1 cent coins, so I think I'm about to move to the next spot soon. At a new spot, because that last spot didn't have too much, and first thing I dug up, rung up real high, and it's a nice old toy truck. Old rescue truck by the looks. Get that cleaned up and see how that looks at home. See how old it is, whether it has any age or not, who knows. Well, I've cleaned it up enough to see that it says Matchbox on the bottom, so that is awesome. I'm stoked with that. This was a good signal, pretty far down. We're right on it, and I'm thinking that might be an imprint, so it might be a nice old coin, but hopefully it's not a bottle cap. Oh yes, it's an old penny, and it is a crusty penny. I don't know if I'm going to get much detail off of that, but I'll get back to you if I do. Not going to get much more detail off of that, but it looks like it's a 1920 something British penny, so likely 100 years old. That is awesome. Oh well, we'll keep going, see if we can't get any some nice old British silvers. So, just popped the oldest coin for the day, just at the base of this old big tree, and I haven't seen a date, but that is Edward. That's King Edward, so that's between 1902 and 1910. So let's see if we can't get a date off of that together. 1907. That's beautiful. That'll actually clean up quite nicely, hopefully. Bit of corrosion, but not too bad. It's quite nice on that side. Happy with that. Popped another toy car out. This one was right on the surface. Not a very old one, but it's pretty cool. in good nick. Not a Hot Wheels or anything, it's a Macto or something. Never heard of it, but give it a look up at home and clean it up, and yeah, that's a nice one. 2 more buckaroos right into the surface. Might be able to buy dinner on the way home. Sweet. It's getting late. Took me about all day to get me to the spot where I wanted to go, but sort of first pull out of this area. New Zealand penny. Bit beaten up, but hopefully we can get some more pre-decimals, silvers, maybe some old British. Just pulled another nice New Zealand penny. This one's 1952. Pretty good nick, that one. Stoked. Okay, I saw a glint of silver, so I just put it straight back down. It was giving shilling numbers, and I think it was the size of a shilling. Oh yes, 1937. Haven't found a New Zealand shilling in a while. Found a couple British, but that's my first New Zealand shilling in a little bit. Oh, I'm stoked with that. Let's go. Straight after that shilling, got a penny right under the surface. Just got it with my pinpointer. 1949. Lovely. Another New Zealand penny. This one seems to be 1947, right next to the other one, but this one was extremely deep. Always check your holes, because there was another one down in there. It's getting dark, so can't really see the date, and phone-wise doesn't want to focus on it, but yeah, another nice little NZ penny. Oh my goodness, I might have scratched it, but I just see the silver poking out. Might be another NZ silver shilling. And it sure is 1934. That is 2 shillings within maybe 10 minutes. That's incredible. Awesome. So I wasn't thinking much of this tone. It's just a low tone, but I thought I'd dig it, you know. Might as well, you gotta dig some low tones. And it was an old 10-cent piece, but it's the 1967 version that says 1 shilling at the bottom. So that'll clean up real nice. Yeah, don't find those too often. Yeah, happy as with that. Very dark now, but just scored another penny. Can't really see the date yet, 1942, I think that might be. But yeah, sweet, another penny. And let's keep going. Another New Zealand penny, super deep. I can barely see what I'm doing. Can't see the target numbers because my Vanquish 440 doesn't have a backlight, so once I get my 560, night hunts will be easier, but I'm just basing it off listening and going for those high tones. Got a nice target down in there, don't know what it is, but looks to be a penny. Ooh, flip that out. Oh yeah, looks to be just a New Zealand penny. Sweet, 1940. Welcome to the wrap-up, guys. I had a good time out last night. It's now the morning. Gave everything a little quick clean and didn't find anything older than that King Edward penny, but hopefully I can find something Victorian as I'm going out again tonight as it's Saturday. But yeah, let's get into it. These are the more sort of junk finds, but you know, good enough to keep and have a look at. As you saw, that was one of the first finds of the day, that Kathmandu lock, which is pretty cool. I like the color, but again, just a junk find. And then that lock as well. Didn't find any keys. Usually I find lots of keys, but today I guess it was 2 locks. Found these old pieces. I'm guessing they're old car doors, but couldn't really identify what sort it came from, but it looks like a small sort of 2-door car. And then I also found this, which after research I can see a tiny bit of logo and writing on there. It's off some sort of high-end Italian bike brand, which, looking at it, pretty expensive parts. Not sure what exact part this came off of, maybe like a dust cover for something, but other than that I wouldn't have a clue. But yeah, I'll put the logo up so you guys know what that sort of looks like. I'm not going to even attempt to pronounce the name. Over to the spendies. I think that's what, $12 in spendies I managed to get. Not too bad. Didn't film all the sort of spendies and 1 and 2 cent coins because I find a lot of them and I was running out of daylight and time. And yep, that is the 1 and 2 cent coins. Always find so many of them, and that is the main reason why I don't do any live digs. Oh, one 10-cent coin too, so $12.10. But yeah, that's why I don't really do live digs, but I've ordered a chest mount for my phone, so hopefully soon I'll be able to do some live digs for you guys. And then this one, cleaned up pretty nice, the old 1967 10-cent 1 shilling. Super happy with that. Just a little one you don't find too often, just in those low tones. Then got 8 New Zealand pennies. That one's pretty minced. Then average condition, and then a couple in some pretty nice condition. Do a bit more cleaning, but enough to see all the details pretty nicely. Got that 1907 King Edward VII penny, which that turned out pretty nice. Pretty happy with that. Clear as day date. And then this one that was a bit more corroded, 1920 something. Yeah, little old British penny. Then very happy with this find. So my first Roo penny, 1951, or my Roo half penny, I should say. Yeah, that side didn't come up as nice, but that side's pretty decent condition. No patina, but that's alright. Then these 2 cars. Start with this one, but cleaned up really nice. As you can see, it's a Maisto car, which is a pretty decent toy making company. They make pretty good die cast models. As you can see, Ford logo there, and the little Mustang horse on the front. So that's a nice little Ford Mustang car. Pretty nice detail. Quite pitted from being in the ground on the paintwork, but other than that, it's nice. All the wheels spin and work, so super happy with that. Now this old Matchbox, 1985 I believe, little rescue transporter vehicle. One of the wheels came off when cleaning, but cleaned up decently well. Could do a bit more cleaning, but just a quick clean, came up pretty nicely. But I'll pop a photo of that, because they had a bunch of different variants of this, different colors and different things they towed. They had some NASA ones that towed rockets and other sorts, but this one specifically towed little planes, which it'd be cool if I found the plane in the hole as well, but just the vehicle. But that's a really cool piece there. Then the 2 silver shillings I found. This was the first one I believe that I found. Very nice. I don't often find New Zealand shillings, but for some reason when I do, I always find multiple in the same hunt. And then this one cleaned up really nice, 1934. That's a lovely coin. And also I just wanted to show you from a few finds from the hunt I did a couple days ago. This one, really nice condition, 1932 British halfpenny. Pretty happy with that. Nicked it slightly there, but other than that, that is in pretty good condition. Super happy with that. New Zealand penny, another British halfpenny, 1920, with a little chip out of it. Must have got hit with the lawnmower. Got this other British penny, 1936. That year's a pretty common one. The year that King George V got killed. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And then this is my little find container that I keep in my pouch. Perfect size, just foam with some slits that I put all my pre-decimal coins and any rings I find. And yeah, found this nice 925 sterling silver ring. That's definitely not diamond, pretty big, and it's in silver, so I'm guessing that's some cubic zirconium or something like that. Found a couple rings like that, but yeah, that's a nice little ring. But yeah, that's the wrap up, guys. Finds of the day, definitely my first Roo halfpenny, shillings, but my favorite find is probably this Matchbox rescue truck transporter. That's a really cool find. Second Matchbox I think I've ever found. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. I'll be doing a bunch more videos now, and I'll see you guys on the next hunt.